Back again with my MPC Live 3. People are sleeping on clips. Had this thing for about 3 months right now. Been practicing with clips every single day. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate this content that I'm doing. It really helps me continue making these videos. Comments, any positive, negative, just any feedback, please comment below. My first piece of advice with clips is that this is new technology that's introduced to the MPC Live 3. You can also purchase it for the older MPC devices. And since it's new, it can be a little confusing. There is a wealth of knowledge around Akai Force users. So it's been around for like about 5-7 years. Akai is kind of version of the Ableton Push. It's great for clip launching and it has clips within it already. So there's a wealth of knowledge there. The second thing I'm gonna say is when we go to menu and we go into preferences, let's go down to project defaults. And when you go to project defaults, you have the option right here to choose playback, default playback selection 2, and the destination, record destination by default. I went ahead and I just set these to clips. If you're new to this and you have this upgrade, I would say just go ahead and do this because it gets you out of your routine. In the past, the way that I would design songs would be going over here and there's this song mode, and I would basically take multiple sequences with pad mutes and create songs that way. That's great. I can still do that if I want. There's been a lot of cool things I've been doing with clips though. So if you go in here, you go into preferences, settings, you can change that. And even if you don't have the default to clip, it's cool that you have that option. The next thing I'm gonna say, when you double click the arrange here, when you click it once, it takes you to the arranger. When you double click it, it takes you to the clip layout. Now that's great that we have this clip layout. And say if we double click here, we create a clip, we double click on it, it's playing it. We go to edit clip, we can edit the clip. There's the grid, there's the clip editor, there's the list. We can multiply it, all of that. Within this screen, I have sounds and everything. But let's say you're new to this and you're like, you know what, Corey, I don't like this. I don't like this screen right here. The thing is this screen right here is a representation of something that is already happening. So when we go back to the main view, which is how we all worked from this sequence view with our older MPC devices, if we go here, click on it, that's the same place that we were. So over here, into here, that's the same as over here, okay? It's the same exact thing. And over here, clicking between these different rows, it's the same thing over here when we go to the main and we scroll through. It's the same exact thing. Say if we went here and we press record on this one, and let's stop it, let's go to the arranger. See, it recorded down there. So this screen right here is just a representation. Whether you like it or not, MPC just made it to where these sequences already do it. So cool, you don't have to use it, but you already are, even if you don't. So this screen, it's the same thing. It took me a while to wrap my head around it. It's kind of like when you're using Ableton session versus arrangement view, linear versus nonlinear. It's all right there. It's a unitary experience. Do with that as you wish. The next thing that I'll say is that when we go here and we go into the record arrange, and this one, we can have a fixed length. We can have a default length, which I have to 4 bars. I like having this off because then you can just freestyle and you could technically chop everything up, which is great, which is awesome. But let's put it down to 1. Why would you do that? I'll show you. So let's go back to this first one and let's just say clear. So we cleared it. Let's go here. Let's say delete here. Double click on it. Now, what you'll notice is that when it plays through, it's just 1 bar. So I'm gonna go to sounds here and I can pick something that I like. I like the funky things. So let's go into Broadway kit. But here's what I can do that's really great. That's not too loud, that's good volume. Okay, so let's go over back in here, click on this one, and now the step sequencer is the first option. So now it's just looping through. Okay, yeah, that sounds really good. So I can go over here into the main menu, add a little bit of groove to it. Cool, we have a drum beat right there. And now, if I want, I can very easily go in here, go to edit the clip, go to the default, double with the events, and now we'll see as it plays through. And let's double the length again. I actually really enjoy this view right here for building drum beats in particular. It's just kind of fun to look at it that way. But again, we go back to main. It's the same exact thing here in the sequence view. So just wrap your mind around that. It's basically sequences within clips or sequences inside of sequences. I don't know how you're supposed to look at it. Just look at it and have fun. Practice. Okay, so we have a cool drum beat. Now I'll show you, let's go back here. I think we had let's add another instrument. And let's go to a bass that I think sounds really funky. Try to make this really fast. We're at 7 minutes now. But let's go here and let's go to a pluck, debunk. Let's change the key. I want to change it to D, E minor. Let's do this, go down to the root note. Sounds good to me. And yeah, over here you see the default length is 1, but let's change that to 4. Okay, cool. Let's turn the fixed length record back on. And from this page right here, let's press record. And even though that sounds a little bit off, it also sounds really great to me. So we go back into the arranger view, it shows up there too. So let's go here, let's add a new instrument in, and from here we'll pick sounds. Let's stay in fabric, and let's go with bells. Why not? Quivering ice. Sounds great. Let's go back here. On this go around, let's turn the fixed length off. And let's go back into the arranger. And let's press overdub. Oh, nope. I need to go here. I need to change this in the settings, but I go here, press the record. So that's cool because I recorded 8 bars in, and since I turned the overdub off at the right time, let's double click on it. Oh, no. Add a clip. See, that's 8 bars right there. So now this is more like those RC loopers. I've turned my MPC into like a RC looper, but we don't want to do that. That's too confusing. Let's go here. Let's add another plugin. This time, let's go into piano. We'll click on pianos. And we'll do pyramid. No, let's do romantic, because I'm a romantic. Let's go here, let's add a scale, or a chord. Let's do a chord this time. So, now when we go over here, let's change the length. Let's turn the fixed length on. And now let's change it to 8 bars, which is what we had, but it'll just automatically do that. So now let's go back to the arranger. Let's press overdub. So it went ahead and did that, whether I did that or not, which is fine. So we're getting towards the end here, and I've recorded, say, like a little mini song. Technically, you could change these out and solo and do certain things, but what I like to do is stack a song and then extend it. So we press play here. When I go here and press this button, insert and capture, let's press play again. This seems to be the fastest way for me to extend songs out. So we have the same exact thing for these 4 different rows. So now I'm starting to get to the point where I'm showing you, if you used to use song mode to create songs with pad mutes, how I used to, this is the new way that I've been doing things for fun. So if we press set, and then we go over here, this gives us all of our tracks, and it gives us the ability to mute tracks. So when we press this first row, so it also gives us the ability to kind of mix live, because I didn't start with this, but we'll do it that way. So we'll go this, now we click here, press take a snapshot. So now on this next track, what I want to do is add the bass. We're going to say take a snapshot. Now let's listen to what I did here. Very cool. You see, now that I did the snapshot, these track mutes are coming in and out. I'm allowed to kind of play it really fast. This is a lot faster than what it would require on song mode. So now let's go in here and let's add the drums. But here's the thing about the drums. If you click over here on this option and we go back to that drum, when we press play, we see the drums that are playing. For this row, I want to take some out. So what we do is we go here, press take a snapshot. Now let's go over to this one. And let's say take a snapshot now. Did I do that already? Oh, what I need to do is go back over here to, oh no. So what I'll show you now is really fun. We'll be really cooking with fire. Let's go over here. And if we go to, I believe it's this one, yes. Now, this gives us the option to play these rows with the step sequencer, which is really great. So that gives you first, second, third. If I want to do a little mute, I can't do it. It's unfortunate. Well, yeah, I can. Then I can go back. And technically does it in tempo, but we won't do that for now. So here's what I'm going to show you. This is what replaces our ability to do the song mode. So here, let's simplify. Let's go back to the arranger. And I had it set up to where it was initially 1 bar, but you could have it be a different. So let's go ahead and let's lengthen it further, because this will be our mini song. And of course, you can do this with much longer. I could have it be like 128 bars, 248, whatever the heck the math is. But this one, let's just do 32 bars, because we know that we'll be good with that. And what we could do for fun, not to confuse things too much, is we could add this XY on here. And here's what we can do now. See, here we're in this screen, but now this screen is on here, so I technically don't need to be looking at this screen as I'm doing it. But what I would do is I would press record to arrange. I would also go over here to the automation and turn the automation on for the beat repeat that I'm going to play around. And now that we have all this in clips, we want to put it into the arranger to create a full song. And this is what I would then export. So let's go here. We press record to arrange. We press, it says overdubbing to arrangement. Great. Now let's go up here and let's go to the XY axis. And let's press down and let's see if this will do this right. Okay, so let's undo it. Let's go back into the arranger. Let's scroll out. We had 16 bars, but let's just go have it in to the amount that we had. So now that we press play. A lot faster than if you were doing the song mode, in my personal humble opinion. And here's the other great thing about it is that it's kind of like non-destructive mixing, because everything that I'm doing, you can't physically see it, but I'm bringing things in and out. But you could technically just delete things, delete the certain clips, but I don't like that. You delete it, then you have to reload it. I like being able to do the mutes this way. And the great thing is too, is that even though we have the arrangement recorded like that, you still have these clips to be played around with and to be mixed live. So I like that there's these, it just seems a lot more efficient than the song mode. And I heard a lot of people saying that they're still going to do things that way. That's cool. What I'm kind of intrigued by, and I have questions in even making this video, is, you know, can I basically launch clips out of the arranger? Could I use the song mode in collusion with the clips? Like, are there ways to be creative? And if you have any comments and thoughts on how to do that below, please do. But yeah, I just want to make this video on like trying to understand why people would sleep on clips, why MPC3 live users would be doing that, but also just go through very methodically and like no fluff and just talk about what I've learned in these 3 months with it. Because, you know, as soon as I got this device, I was watching the MPC videos on using clips, and it didn't make any sense to me. But you kind of, as with, you know, people will say this device is unintuitive, or my Electron Octatrack, that it's very unintuitive. But what I've noticed about very unintuitive electronic music devices, or even a DAW like Reaper, which was very unintuitive when I first used it, is that often you kind of get back what you put into it. And a device like my Octatrack, I couldn't make noise out of it for 3 months, but I can't do live sets without it, because there's things that this MPC Live 3, even though it's super modern, it can't do what that Octatrack does. So I'm just going to put it out there. Just don't be scared of the clips. Change that setting to where it goes straight to clips. Sleep on it, dream on it, make a mistake, you know? Yeah, please like and subscribe if you appreciate what I'm doing. Getting to the end of this video at my time limit. Wanted to do this quickly as possible. Gonna have way more videos headed your way soon. Thank y'all so much for your support.